Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson, and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for Skill of Attraction. And today's coaching video is called After All My Effort, She Ignores Me. Now, these coaching videos are when someone from the YouTube viewing community sends me an email asking me questions. And if I think it's a good question that will benefit the viewing community, I answer it in a video. And today's email comes from a guy in Africa, and he's having problems with his girl. He's been going over the top trying to show his provider abilities, and at first she was really receptive to it, but now that she has gone away to college, she's kind of ignoring him and making up excuses, that sort of thing. So, before we get into it, I just wanted to say that if you guys find this video helpful or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family who may also find it helpful. And I would also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol that's next to the subscribe button. Ugh, I can't talk. By ticking that bell symbol, you will get real-time notifications when I upload new videos. And if you guys have any questions about any of my videos, or if you are having problems in your relationships, please feel free to shoot me an email, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I have to take care of my paying clients first, but I will get back to you at some point. And if you would like to shoot me an email, just head over to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the contact tab, and shoot me an email from there. But if you would like to get in touch with me sooner, I also provide private one-on-one email coaching, where I will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours, depending on what option you select. And I also provide monthly coaching, where I will work with you throughout the month to get whatever situation or issue under control and hopefully get you back on track. And if that's something you're interested in, again, head to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the coaching tab, and select the option that works best for you. And I put the links to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. So let's get on to this email. Just so you know, before I get started, I did edit this down. It was very long, and which reminds me, when you guys send me an email, please keep it short and succinct. I know you want to get every little detail in there, thinking it might make a difference, but just try to keep it brief, but try to get all the information in there, but keep it brief. But I also edited out some things because for privacy issues, I don't want to give away your real name or your location. So I cut out some of that stuff too. He says, "Hi Erik, I saw some of your YouTube videos and I'm thrilled by your advices. However, my relationship is of a special case. I find it hard falling in love with the ladies. I'm 30 and my ex is just 19. We started dating November 2017, and I made her understand I am only looking to get married, not dating for fun. Well, I don't know if this is part of your culture in your country, but skipping the dating process and saying this is so we get married is really a bad way to go, because going through the courtship and the dating is how you slowly build things between you two. She will slowly fall in love with you. By saying up front, this is so we get married, it's kind of a roundabout way to lock her down into a commitment, and she may feel a little trapped by doing it this way. I mean, she's young, so she's probably going along with it because, there probably hasn't been a guy before that's been interested in marrying her. But I would not recommend this. If this is not part of your culture, I would try to go through the dating process. I know for some guys it's kind of a pain, but I mean, you have to dance the dance. It's just the way it is. He says, she agreed, but gave a clause because we are of different tribes. I told her I have no problem with her tribe. However, she told me her father doesn't want her to marry outside her tribe. Well, it sounds like a typical dad to me. I mean, a lot of dads don't want their daughters, you know, marrying outside their religion, outside their race, outside their culture. It seems kind of ridiculous these days, but it is what it is. We both agree that as time goes on, we will talk to her father and convince him that we love each other and we will not disappoint him. And we had plans ongoing as to how we go about that. I loved her so much that every day after work, I will call her up for a meetup. We hardly go on a date because I am always at work and she is not allowed to go far away from our house at night. We never had sex because she claimed to be a virgin and told me she only wants sex after marriage. So we only kiss and I caress her a few times in my car. Well, for one, it seems like you're not too sure about her claims about being a virgin. But as far as these like pseudo dates go, where you're just kind of hanging out in your car, and I cut some of this out, but they hang out for a couple hours in his car each night. I mean, you need to romance her a bit. And maybe you're limited. I mean, obviously, if you can't go that far away from her house, but having dates in her car, I don't know if there's a reason behind that. Maybe it's dangerous where you're at. I don't know. But you have to be creative. Women really respond to, you know, the creativity and the romance. I mean, maybe grab a blanket and prepare some food, and the next time you meet up with her, you know, lay a blanket out on the ground, have some wine or whatever you drink, have some things to eat, maybe some hors d'oeuvres, you know, and have like a little picnic under the stars. I mean, that could be really romantic. So things like that, you have to be creative, because ladies really like the romance. It doesn't matter where they're from. Most of the time when I am with her, her sisters will come over to say hello. We'll talk and laugh and whatever. And whenever they are leaving, I give them cash for pizzas and chocolates. Okay, he goes on. This is kind of a long part, but he goes on to explain how he gives his sisters money and gifts, and he gives his ex lots of gifts and pocket money every day. And even at Christmas time, he says he gave her and her family a hamper basket filled with provisions. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I'm assuming it's a big basket full of gifts. But you need to stop buying so many gifts for her and giving her and her family money. I mean, I know you're being generous, but you're essentially have let yourself become a walking bank account. I mean, with so many gifts, it's not special anymore. When you give gifts, you want it to be special, so you give very few gifts, far and few between. I mean, once in a great while. I mean, you shouldn't be giving her any gifts until she's a committed girlfriend or your wife. I mean, it kind of sounds like she is a committed girlfriend, but you don't share that part. And what's going to happen if you keep giving her all these gifts and money? If she isn't already, soon enough, she's going to be taking advantage of you. It's not going to mean anything to her. She's going to expect it. Come January, she got admission into the university. Her parents couldn't afford the acceptance fee since the admission was sudden, and she's not really from a wealthy home, so I gave her half of the money to support her education. Well, I could understand doing this if you two were actually engaged or already married, but her father hasn't even given you his blessing yet, as far as I could tell. And you're investing an awful lot of time, money, and energy into someone that's not really giving you anything in return. I mean, you can't take her on dates. You can't have sex with her. Like I said, her father hasn't even given you his blessing. I mean, are you guys even engaged yet? I mean, these are things you got to think about. I mean, you're more or less rewarding her for existing and for her company. And I know you love her, and obviously you're a very generous guy, and generosity is a good thing, but you're laying it on way too thick. Like I said, she's gonna start expecting it. She's gonna take advantage. And by doing a lot of this too, what you're communicating to her is that you don't feel worthy, you don't feel good enough by yourself, so you have to make up for it, for your lack of worth, by giving her money and gifts. And it's not a good signal to send to her. I mean, women like confident guys that are full of self-worth. And a lot of guys make this mistake. They think that all women want money. And of course, there are some gold diggers out there, but for the most part, women aren't really concerned about all the money that you could provide. They're more concerned about your work ethic, your ambition, your drive. I mean, obviously, you do want to play that provider role, but you don't have to show it with all your money. I congratulate her for her admission. I bought her new clothes and shoes for her. I even bought her a portable DVD player to keep her entertained at school. Again, dude, you're giving her way too much. I mean, you're just showering her with gifts, and it's almost like you're bribing her for a relationship, like you're buying her love. And she knows it, maybe not consciously, but she's picking up on this, and she's just going to take advantage of you. Her school is in another state entirely, so I decided to get her a new Android phone to replace her old one. Again, you're buying her way too many gifts. Before she leaves for school, I told her I was doubting her, and I am sure she's going to forget about me when she gets to school. But she promised me she wouldn't, because obviously I was putting in more effort into the relationship than she was. The only thing she has ever gave me was perfume. Well, right off the bat, by you telling her this, that you're doubting her and you know she's going to forget you, you're lacking confidence here. You're being really insecure. And to women, when guys act like this, they're just like, ugh. They don't like it at all. It repulses them. Because women like strength in men. They don't like weak, insecure men. So you got to display your confidence here and your worth. I mean, you're not just a bank account, and I'm sure you don't see yourself that way either. So you have to start showing her that you're confident and that you don't need to buy her love here. And you're even saying to yourself, I was putting more effort into the relationship than she was. So you know that you're giving her way more than she's giving you. I mean, she has to put in at least the same amount of effort into the relationship as you are. I mean, it's not, I mean, you should freely give away your love to her, but freely giving away all your time, effort, and money is not the way to go. I paid for her flight ticket to the university because it's 10 to 12 hour journey by road, which is stressful and dangerous. And I also gave her pocket money, among others. Oh, you're killing me with all this money that you're giving her and all these gifts. When she got there, things were okay between us for like a week, until she started ignoring my calls and messages, see? Blaming it on her health and that she wasn't feeling well. That's just an excuse. She's not answering because she's losing or she has lost attraction for you, and probably a little bit of respect for you. See, she's taking advantage, and all of a sudden you're not by her side anymore. You're not giving her money. You're not giving her gifts. And now she's ignoring your calls. And this is what happens. If I call her, she won't respond nor answer until the next day or even more. So I got upset, and I sent her a text saying that I think she is less interested in me lately and it's making me unhappy. and also doubting her interest in the relationship. So I told her I wouldn't like to be in a relationship with someone who is not interested in me. Well, again, you're showing your insecurity here by saying things like you think she's less interested, you're not happy, and you're doubting her interest in the relationship. And I understand why you would be upset, especially spending all this money on her. But the better way to handle something like this is to just stop contacting her altogether. I mean, when you contact her one time and she doesn't respond, you don't reach out to her again. I mean, maybe after like a week or so, you could get in touch with her and ask her if something's wrong or if she's still alive. But you don't keep contacting her. You never want to chase her when she's not putting in any effort whatsoever. Next morning, she called me to apologize. And I felt all was good until she called me the next day and told me she discussed our relationship with her father and he disapproved of us. So I asked her if it means we can't be together anymore, and she replied yes. Then I told her, "Peace be unto you," and I ended the call. Well, you did handle the breakup right. I mean, as far as what you told me here, you didn't get upset and beg her. However, weren't you and her supposed to talk to her father together? I mean, you said that you guys had a plan on how to do this, and she just went right behind your back and talked to him without even telling you. I mean, do you know if she even actually spoke to her father about this? I mean, this could be just another excuse. I felt so sad and betrayed after all my efforts and everything I did for her, and she was so cold to me. Well, this is what happens when you put a woman on a pedestal and treat her like a princess, shower her with money and gifts. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't treat your woman well, but she has, like I said, she has to be at least putting in, equal effort as you are. And if she doesn't, talk to her once about it. Tell her, look, I didn't sign up for this. I need you to put in more effort. And if she still doesn't put in her fair share of the effort, then you begin to put in less and less effort. A good way to handle this is you mirror her effort level. So however much, the amount of effort she's putting in, you put in that same amount. So if she's putting in less effort, then you put in less effort. And this is a good way to go about things, because this way you don't put in too much effort and you don't put in too little effort. So I stopped contacting her, and neither did she. We go completely no contact for almost 2 months. Then a week ago, her elder sister liked my post on Instagram, but I didn't respond nor reciprocate to her like. Well, good. You don't want to respond to any social media engagement from an ex or her family and friends. It's just their way to dip their toe in the water and see if they could get a reaction out of you. Next does this to see if she still has you. And what you want is direct contact from an ex before you do anything. Because this is just a way, like I said, to get a reaction out of you, to see if she still has you wrapped around her finger. The next day, my ex called me and she sounded angry on the phone, telling me that I was unfair and couldn't call her all this time. Why couldn't she call you? I mean, you bought her a brand new phone. And I'm assuming the phone works both ways. I mean, to me, it sounds like she's just trying to guilt you and control you and, trying to get under your skin and try to get you upset and see if you fall apart. But don't fall for this kind of BS, ever. Just kind of shrug it off or laugh it off, whatever works best for you. I responded calmly and told it was her who started ignoring my calls. Good. She denied that. She then said she just wanted to check on me and to know how I'm doing. I said, I'm fine, thank you for checking on me. Then we both ended with bye-bye. Afterwards, I still maintained no contact, or not contacting her, and 3 days later, she and her sister liked my latest post on Instagram, but I didn't reciprocate their like. And since then, there has been nothing. Well, again, good job for not responding to the social media engagement once again. Like I said, they're just trying to get a reaction out of you. She wants you to go back to chasing her because you have always chased her. You always go to her house. You spend time in your car. You buy her gifts. You give her pocket money. You buy her family gifts. I mean, she wants you to chase her again. And because you're not chasing her, this is getting her interest level back up. You see how this works? And you have to understand that girls, I think I already said this, girls like strength in men. And if you respond to these sort of actions that they're doing on social media, she will know that she has you, and these games will start all over again. So basically, you need to keep doing what you're doing until she starts putting in more effort and starts reaching out to you without you having to reach out to her first. I'm confused here, Erik. Should I contact her? Because deep down, I still love her and I still want her. Okay, well, no, you do not want to contact her. I mean, she took advantage of you. She spoke to her father about you behind her back. She broke up with you, and now she's trying to blame you for everything. So you want to continue with no contact until she reaches out directly. And this time when she contacts you, just tell her, you know, be positive, be friendly, be a little playful, a little cocky. And, you know, when she reaches out to you directly, just tell her that you would love to see her. Arrange a day and time to get together. Might be a little complicated now if she's off at school, but maybe she comes home for a visit and then you could get together. But no more gifts or money, at least until you're engaged to be married. You know, the only exception is maybe on birthdays or Christmas, but outside of that, no more gifts or no more buying her gifts. It's okay for once in a while, maybe if you make her a gift or you take her to someplace special, but no more spending money on her for at least quite a while until she has shown you that she is going to put in the equal amount of effort that you are. And when you do see her, you just want to focus on having fun with her and romancing her a little bit. I mean, that's a lot of guys don't understand this. That's really all you have to do. Women like the way guys make them feel. And most women aren't with guys for the gifts that they give them and the money that they give them and what they could provide for them. They want to feel good when they're with their guy, and they want to have fun and, you know, things along those lines. So a lot of guys misread this and they think that they have to impress a girl with money, and that's just not the case. In the meantime, you really need to work on your confidence and your self-worth. I mean, you need to figure out why you believe that you're not enough for this girl. And you may say out loud that, oh, I know I'm worth it for this girl, but deep down, you must not, because you're showering her with all this money and gifts. I mean, you're a 30-year-old hardworking man in your prime that seems to have a good job and a car and a future. I mean, you should be beaming with confidence and have your choice with the ladies. And look at it that way. Would you be putting up with all the things this girl is doing to you if you had a choice of women right now? No, you wouldn't. You would say, forget her, I'm moving on to the next one. And that's the type of attitude you need to have when she's treating you badly. I mean, when she's showering you with her love and attention, of course, you give her that back. But if she's ignoring you after all of this that you have done for her, then you don't need to put up with this. And actually, by you having that attitude, like, I'm not going to put up with this, she will find you more attractive that way. So I hope that answered your question. And for any of you that are going through a similar situation, I hope that helped you out. And I really appreciate all of you that watch this video till the end. So that's it for this video. I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.